is up, everybody? This Eve coming to y'all again with another episode of Hit the Sled. Before we get started on this episode, talk to you about, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hit the Sled. But not only should you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the videos, drop comments. Man, that would be a great help to me. I truly appreciate everybody that's watching my videos for staying with me. We got more things we getting ready to start doing in the future. Man, I truly appreciate y'all though, man, for following me. Hit the Sled. Man, you know, I'm gonna just keep working, man. And we got some things we trying to do down the line. I truly appreciate it though. But not only should you follow me on Hit the Sled, but follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, on X, and follow me on Facebook. Hit the Sled. Hit the Sled, man. We coming, man. I'm excited about what we got going on, man. But as far as this week, this episode right here, this week 8 of my National Football League, of my reaction, we got to start, of course, with the Commanders/Redskins. They lost to the Eagles 38-31. Before we even get started to the game, though, we got a lot to talk about as far as the consequences of the Redskins losing this past yesterday. Coming to the game on Saturday, Adam Schefter tweeted out that depending on the results of the game, there's going to be a lot of things a lot of trades that could be happening down the line in the future. You know, you got multiple reports. He was saying that Chase Young, players in the last year of their deals, could be the ones on the trade block. Chase Young could be traded. Montez Sweat could be traded. Jacoby Brissett could be traded. Antonio Gibson could be traded. Curtis Samuel could be traded. Cody Barton could be traded. Kendall Fuller could be traded. And Jonathan Allen could be traded. Jonathan Allen, the reason why Jonathan Allen name bust up on that list was because what they're saying was the outburst of what happened last week against the Giants. So that's the reason why his name popping up on that list, saying that he could be one of the people that get traded. According to Pro Football Talk, there's an ongoing offer from the Falcons offering a 3rd-round pick for Montez Sweat. Right now, that's what Pro Football Talk is talking about. They're saying that they got a 3rd-round pick right now for Montez, offer on the table right now for a 3rd-round pick, I should say, for Montez Sweat. Man, it's something else. It's something else, man. You know, but this is pro football. When you're a bad team, these are the things that happen. You know, it looks like as you get down to the trade deadline, the Skins in business. Because some of these players they're not bringing back. So why not try to get something for them? I think that's a good idea. I think some of these players, you know, Antonio Gibson, they probably won't bring back. They're not going to bring back both Chase Young and Montez Sweat, more than likely. One of them got to go. Which one? A lot of fans would say, don't get rid of Chase. He a local young man. Chase hasn't been playing well, man. I watched the game yesterday. Chase is not what we all expected. He's not making the impact we thought he will make. He's not making the same impact like a Micah Parsons for the Cowboys. That's the output, the amount of impact that Micah Parsons is having right now for the Cowboys is what we thought Chase Young would be bringing to us. He's just not doing that. He's just not. I'm sorry. He's just not. Chase is working hard, I'm sure, but as far as the impact that all Redskins fans thought they would be having, unfortunately, he's not. So it looks like though he could be still coming off that knee injury, but right now, if you the Skins, you get, you know, ultimately they look at it as a business. I know he's the local guy. We all want him to be great. We all want Chase to be great, but right now Chase is not there yet. So if you the Skins, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to hold pat? You're going to sit there and say, we hope it happens? Can't do that. You got to understand the Redskins are average to below average football team. They are an average to below average football team. And in my opinion, they should be starting to prepare for next season, for the future. Try your best to win. I understand the owners, they want to win to keep people coming to the games. I understand that. I understand the business aspect of it. That's real money. I get it. I totally understand it. They keep trying to push for the playoffs, but that's prolonging the misery. This thing is a total rebuild. Total rebuild. The people that are going to be making the decision for the Redskins to make it to the Super Bowl down the line one time in the near future, it's not in that building down at Loudoun County. They ain't down Loudoun County. They ain't down there. The people that's going to be making the decisions for the Redskins to get to the top, they got to get hired. They got to get hired. And that's something that we all hope as fans, that Josh Harris, Mitchell Rales, and Magic Johnson they can pick the right people. If they pick the right people, we in business. Because Snyder couldn't do it. I say that all the time in my other episodes. Being a leader, it's important for you to pick the right people. That's one of the greatest mistakes Snyder made in his tenure as the owner of the Redskins. He could not pick the right people. He never could. I know fans that say when he went back, he brought Gibbs back. Man, Gibbs was past his prime. Let's be honest. He picked Sean. He put together a decent team. Gibbs was past it. He shouldn't have came back. He really shouldn't. He shouldn't have came back. Snyder could never pick the right people. He never could pick the right coach. He never could pick the right team president. Man, Bruce Allen, when Bruce Allen was down there at Tampa with the Bucks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he was in Oakland with the Raiders, Bruce Allen never picked people. He was a businessman. He ran the business office. He was a money man. Snyder hires him, brings him here, and tells him to run football. Bruce Allen never handled football in any other organization except for here. That's bad. That's bad decision making. As a leader, you got to be able to pick the right people. So let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope that Josh Harris, Mitchell Rales, and Magic, they can pick the right people. Because if they do that, we in business. One thing about the National Football League, you can turn it around real quick like that. Look at the Eagles. Look at the Eagles that beat the Redskins yesterday, I should say. Excuse me. 3 years ago, when the Redskins in 2019, when everything was shut down, when the Redskins needed to make the playoff at 7-9, they went to Philadelphia and they won that game. Doug Peterson got fired, who won the Super Bowl for him. He got fired, and 3 years later, they was back in the Super Bowl. You know why? Because Jeffrey Lurie, the Eagles owner, was able to pick the right people to get the job done. He identified Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman hired the coach. Nobody thought that Sirianni, who was the offensive coordinator for the Colts, would be what he is today. But he did. Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman knew he was good. Howie Roseman chose Jalen Hurts. Build that offensive line. Drafted Fletcher Cox. He did a tremendous job, man. Jeffrey Lurie hired him. Put him in charge of football. Howie Roseman does an outstanding job with the Eagles. Outstanding. Made the trade for A.J. Brown. Drafted Devontae Smith. Built that offensive line. Traded with Detroit for DeAndre Swift. When they drafted Carson Wentz, knew they had made a mistake. You know what they did? They said, you know what? We ain't gonna keep wasting bad money over bad. Ship them out of there. Say, you got to go. We got to move on from you. Dead cap, about 50 million dead cap money. Ship them off. And insert Jalen Hurts, who they drafted in the second round. Second or third round, excuse me. But he was ready to go. Knew what they had in him. He was ready to go. That's leadership. Knowing who to pick. Knowing who can, being able to identify talent. That's one of the biggest things a leader has to do. So I'm praying that Josh Hurts, Mitchell Rails, and Magic and them, they can be able to identify the right team president for football, the right GM, the right head coach, who will in turn hire the right position coaches for the football office, for the football side of the business. Let's see. Let's hope. As far as the game wise, they played well in the first half. They did a good job. Sam Howell played his best game as a quarterback. He was accurate. He was crisp. He was sharp. He responded well to what happened last week against the Giants. He played really well, man. Sam Howell played well, man. He really did. He did an outstanding job. He missed some throws late to Terry McLaurin. Some throws that could have got us, could have had a potential to win the game. Threw a late interception. You know, he's a rookie. But he did an outstanding job yesterday. He played his best game. You look at it, man, but if you go into that performance, even though they played as well as they played, there were still warning signs. They only ran the ball 16 times. Threw the ball 52 times. I keep saying this every week. You got to run the ball. The running backs only had 12 rushes between them. Between Robinson and Antonio Gibson, between them two running backs, they only ran the ball 12 times. To me, that's not good enough. You can't do that. In my opinion, you can't do that. You got to have some type of balance, man. You got to run the ball, man, a little bit. Pass protection was decent. Pretty good towards the end of the game when, of course, they started throwing the ball all over the place. They started getting, they was starting to get home. They were starting to hit. They were starting to hit Sam Howell. Defensively, they played a decent, they played okay. Jalen Hurts, he went 29 for 38, 319 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interception. Really had no pressure on him. Defensively, that defensive front didn't put no pressure on him. A.J. Brown went off again. 8 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 7 for 99 and a touchdown. Even Julio Jones got a touchdown. Julio just got there about a week ago. He came in and got a touchdown. Our D-line didn't do much against that our Varner D-line didn't do much against that offensive line for the Eagles. The secondary didn't play either. Whatever, they didn't play well either. Whether it was St. Juice, Forbes, Fuller, they all couldn't do anything with A.J. Brown. None of them. Let me tell y'all something, man. We as Redskins fans got to stop overhyping up our players. Some of these players that we think are good are not really that good. They not. In the secondary, it looks like they clearly missed their old defensive DB coach, Chris Harris, who left this past offseason. Because the defensive backs, they going downhill. They're going downhill. And this is one of those things where some got to give. Ron Rivera, Ron doing a terrible job. I hate to say it. Ron missed a crucial challenge. It was 4th down. It was a crucial challenge. Philly was driving, missed a crucial challenge. The ball clearly hit the ground. Ron didn't challenge it. And 2 plays later, it was a touchdown. Jalen Hurts threw a touchdown. The game was over then. It looks like, I don't know if Ron lost his fastball, man. It looks like Ron not the same, man. And because he missed the challenge that play early on. He challenged the play that Dawson dropped the ball. It was a pass, he dropped it. He challenged that one, and man, he dropped the ball. He dropped it. But because he was trying to overcompensate for that one, he messed it up. Let me tell y'all something. I believe Ron is a good man. Ron Rivera is a good man. He's a good dude. Them dudes, they respect him. But his time as an NFL head coach is over. It's over. After the season, he needed to just go ahead and retire, and that's it. It's over. It's over. The Skins, they go to the Patriots next week. We're gonna talk about that later in the week. But if I were them, I'd start getting draft compensation to rebuild this team, man. Because one thing about the NFL, you can rebuild fast if you got the right people picking players, and you pick the right quarterback, the right players. I still don't know if Sam Howell's the guy. The question I want all Redskins fans to ask themselves: can you win the Super Bowl with Sam Howell? And if the answer is no, you got to move on from him. Can you win the Super Bowl with Sam Howell? We'll find that answer at the end of the year. I'm definitely going to give y'all that answer. Definitely will. Definitely will. As far as the other games, as we move on to the other games, one of the games of the day for me was the Bengals against the Niners. Niners lost 3 straight. The 49ers could never get their handle on this game. They never could. The Bengals, it always seemed like the Bengals were one or two scores ahead of them. And what that did was it placed all the pressure on Brock Purdy to make the plays. It placed all the pressure on his shoulders. Brock Purdy went 22 for 31, 365 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. 22 for 31, that's not bad. 365, 1 touchdown, but them interceptions were crucial. All 2 of them turnovers came at crucial points of the game. One was a bonehead play. He was trying to throw it to the running back, thought he would get it there. It got tipped, and the guy got it. And you know, when you look at that game, the game played the way the Bengals wanted it to be played. The Bengals want the game on Joe Burrow's shoulders. Joe Burrow went 28 for 32. Think about that. Joe Burrow had threw the ball 32 times and only had 4 incompletions for 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's like old school Montana numbers right there. In San Francisco. You could clearly see Joe Burrow starting to get healthy again. Joe Burrow is getting healthy. Joe Burrow beat that Niners defense, man. He made all the crucial throws at the times when them throws were needed. Joe Burrow did a tremendous job. The Bengals defense played well, too. The Bengals defense, man, nobody knows their names. Nobody knows their names. Nobody don't know their names, but they made plays. They forced 3 turnovers. The Bengals are rounding in the form. The Bengals are rounding into form. I'm trying to tell you what I know. The Bengals are rounding into form. The Niners, they're gonna need Trent back. Trent Williams, left tackle. They need Trent back after that bye week. They ain't gonna bye this coming week. They need Debo back as well. So the Niners, the bye week comes at a crucial time, in my opinion, to stop the bleeding, get some time. Cal and his coaching staff go back, reevaluate, look at the defense under Steve Wilks, see if the adjustments need to be made because they ain't playing hot either. The last 2 weeks they gave up 19 points to the Browns, gave up 22 last week on Monday night to the Vikings. This week they gave up 31. So it's getting progressively worse. It's getting worse. So some got to give. Adjustments need to be made. So the bye week, in my opinion, came at a perfect time. Perfect time. The Bengals move on. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something. The Bengals are definitely rounding in the form. They're gonna be crucial parts of this coming season coming down the line. The Bengals gonna cause some damage this year. They always start off kind of slow, but then they round in the form. The next game is the Jags against the Steelers. Let me tell y'all something. The Jags are quietly 6-2. The Jags only got 2 losses. They 2 losses are to the Kansas City Chiefs and to the Houston Texans. The Jags are playing really, really well. Matter of fact, when the Niners come up they bye, they got to go to Jacksonville. That ain't no cakewalk. That would not be a cakewalk for the Niners. The Jags, Trevor Lawrence went 24 of 32, 292 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's a big win for that Jazz program. Doug Peterson doing a hell of a job. Doug Peterson is doing a great job down there. They went up to Heinz Field up there in Pittsburgh, and they beat them peoples. They knocked Kenny Pickett out the game. Trubisky came in. He went 15 for 27, 138 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. He ain't really give him none. The Steelers' problem is their offense. Their offense only had 261 yards total the whole game. In modern NFL, you can't win like that. That's not good enough. In the modern day NFL, you cannot have 261 total offense. 261 yard total offense, excuse me. You can't have that. You got to give up more than that. So the Steelers play on Thursday night. We don't know whether or not they did sustain some injuries. We don't know whether or not Kenny Pickett gonna be able to go. You know, people banged up, so it's gonna be interesting to see the Steelers. That was a tough L. The Jags, I'm telling y'all something, man. The Jags are quietly putting in work. They 6-2. They doing a good job. The next game is the Seahawks against the Browns. Deshaun Watson didn't play. P.J. Walker, he tried his best. He tried to hang in there. He went 15 for 31, 248 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He trying his best. He's hanging in there though. He's hanging in there. He's doing a very good job. Cleveland defense vicious man. If they get anything from their offense, they can do some damage. Cleveland, during parts of that game, Seattle win 6 straight possessions of 3 and out. 6 straight possessions of 3 and out. Defense was biting. But Geno hung in there. Geno Smith hung in there. He went 23 of 37, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He hung in there and made some crucial plays. Crucial plays to lead them down the field to get that touchdown to take the lead. with about 30-something seconds left. Geno hanging in there. He hung tough. He kept working, kept fighting, and he ended up pulling out. Man, the Seahawks 6-2 as well. It ain't the Niners leading the NFC West. It ain't the Niners. It's the Seahawks. The Seahawks are leading that division. The Seahawks the one leading. And let me tell you something, man. Seattle got a defense. Seattle defense for real, too. They got them two corners, them two young corners. Witherspoon, the rookie. The other kid, Woolen. He's doing a very good job. They are playing they got Bobby Wagner still at his old age. He in the middle. He's still hanging in there. Brooks, outside linebacker. He hanging in there. Defensive front. They just made a trade for Leonard Williams from the Giants. Gave up a 2nd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. They got something going on in Seattle. Seattle trying to go for it. Seattle ain't playing around. And the NFC West is a two-man race between the Niners and the Seahawks. Man, the Seahawks ain't playing. Seahawks said we going for it. We're going to try to get this thing done this year. They doing a good job. Next game, talk about Minnesota at Green Bay. Talking about this, Kurt got it was confirmed. Kurt blew his Achilles. They had fought all the way back to 4-4. 4-4. They beat Green Bay 24-10. Kurt blew his Achilles though, man. He done for the season. He done, man. God bless him, man. Hope he get that surgery, man. He get back the way he need to be. You got Monday night, Monday night, you got Detroit versus Raiders. The Lions gonna look at trying to bounce back. And they should bounce back. They should beat the Raiders. I see the Lions bounce back from that bad loss. They took a whooping last week against the Raiders. Raiders put it on them. So they at home Monday night. I think the Lions should pull it out. Lions should pull it out. Lions they quietly going about their business as well, man. So, man, I truly appreciate y'all. Hit the sled. Follow me. I'm on YouTube. Not only follow me, subscribe to me on YouTube, but like my videos, like this one as well. Like this video, man. It helps me build more and more. Man, I got some things I'm planning, some things I'm trying to do. We're going to be doing it down the line. But not only that, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm everywhere. And I'm going to be doing the TikTok soon. Man, I truly appreciate y'all. Hit the sled. Hit the sled. Appreciate y'all. Follow me, man. Truly appreciate y'all support.